Okay, so now let's see a short introduction video about CBS systems and our academic partner, Mahatma School.
This entire conference is proudly presented and organised by CBS Systems Corp, a leading provider of complete web business solutions since 2007. From CRM to e-commerce, sales commission to ticketing, we build smarter, scalable solutions for the future of business. At CBS Systems, our products are built to power your business forward. CBS CRM, simplify customer management with powerful, intuitive tools. CDS e-commerce, launch and manage your online business effortlessly. CDS sales commission, automate incentive tracking and streamline sales payouts. CDS ticketing, deliver fast, efficient customer support with smart ticketing solutions. CDS conference, host and manage virtual events with ease and professionalism. Smart tools, seamless experience. That's the CBS advantage. Now, let's take a closer look at the powerful products that make it all happen. Shall we begin? Mahatma Schools, founded in 1983 in Madurai, stand as a beacon of holistic and progressive education. With a strong blend of values, innovation and academic excellence, they nurture students into responsible global citizens. From foundational learning to life skills, Mahatma Schools foster creativity, discipline and digital fluency across CBSE and matric curricula. We extend our heartfelt thanks to Mahatma Schools for their unwavering support and collaboration in making this conference a success. We're truly honoured by the support of Mahatma Schools, and we look forward to building a strong and inspiring partnership together.
So now it's time for paper presentation. So I would like to welcome Ms. Vidya Balasubramaniam from All India Institute of Speech and Hearing. So Vidya, you can demonstrate your presentation. Please, yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, Vidya, you are. Yes.
Yeah, sure. I'll just share my screen. Is everyone able to view my screen?
Yes, Vidya, I can see your screen. You can start.
Sure. So, a very pleasant evening to all the esteemed dignitaries gracing the conference today. I'm Vidya Balasubramaniam, presently in my third year, pursuing my bachelor's in audiology and speech language pathology at AICAI Mysore. This evening, I'm greatly delighted and deeply humbled to be presenting the study Beyond Sound Amplification, a systematic review and meta-analysis of emotion recognition in modern hearing aids. Before we delve into the details of the study, it is pivotal to look at the rationale behind conducting it. While millions of species inhabit the planet that we call home, what makes us as humans stand out from the rest is the gift of emotion, the ability to feel and also to express that exquisite feeling. Be it the new mother holding her infant for the first time ever, or the moment when you finally graduate out of college, emotions form an integral part of human life. We have also been gifted with the rare ability to communicate our thoughts and emotions verbally through speech and language. So, that was the premise of the study. Now, we delve deep into the study, which is Beyond Sound Amplification, a systematic review and meta analysis of AI driven emotion recognition in modern hearing aids. When we speak from an audiologist's point of view, the professional's responsibility doesn't end with hearing aid fitting alone. Enhancing the overall quality of life of a person with hearing loss becomes a crucial concern. In addition to the fundamental challenges related to sound detection, individuals with hearing loss often face significant difficulties in perceiving emotional cues in speech, which are primarily communicated through prosodic elements such as pitch, rhythm, and tone. With the advent of artificial intelligence, the biggest revolution of our times, a plethora of algorithms, particularly in the deep neural networks, have been brought in that enable hearing devices to help the user precisely recognize the emotional cues and nuances during speech. We will now look into the objectives of this study. The objectives of this study are trifold. First off, to evaluate the efficacy of AI-powered hearing aids in emotion perception. Secondly, we sought to examine the methodological quality of existing studies. And lastly, we seek to identify key areas for future research in this area. We will now be looking at the methods used. A comprehensive literature search was conducted using the PRISMA guidelines. The databases analyzed include PubMed, Medline, IEE Explore, Scopus, Google Scholar, and Cochrane Library. The studies which were included as a part of this research had a criteria that they need to be peer-reviewed studies published between January 2015 and March 2024. Special focus was provided on studies that spoke about AI-powered hearing aids or assistive devices. Studies that had quantitative reporting of emotion recognition performance were also given special focus. There were certain studies which were excluded out of the research, and this was because these studies were based on non-AI methodologies or studies lacking quantitative outcomes. There were other studies that were conference abstracts without corresponding full-text publications and non-English language publications. These were also excluded out of the study. Now we move on to the PRISMA analysis, and this was the criteria used as is visible on the screen. I now proceed to show the results of the study. The main results of the study include overall accuracy. AI-powered hearing aids had an accuracy of emotion recognition of 83.7%, indicating a strong capability in accurately interpreting user emotions. There was another deep learning advantage, which means that deep learning models demonstrate higher accuracy as compared to traditional machine learning methods, showcasing advancements in technology for hearing aids. And lastly, we discuss the environmental impact. Emotion recognition accuracy experienced a significant drop of 24.3% in noisy environments. This has been a continuous challenge for all hearing aids, and especially for AI-powered hearing aids, the sudden drastic reduction in performance of about 24.3%. The inclusion criteria included 1432 records, which were screened in all, and 32 studies, which involved a whopping 2,843 participants, met the inclusion criteria for the review. This is regarding the overall accuracy. We look into the deep learning advantage. And finally, the poor performance in noise. We now move on to the discussion of the study. Our meta-analysis demonstrates that AI-powered hearing aids can achieve clinically meaningful accuracy in emotion recognition, as illustrated by the results, that is 83.7%, with deep learning approaches showing particular promise in hearing aids. However, the significant performance degradation in noisy environments highlights a critical limitation that must be addressed. The ability to perceive emotional cues could transform rehabilitation for hearing impaired individuals in the following places: enhanced social communication, reduced listening effort, and improved mental health outcomes. There have been cases where the inability to perceive emotions by a hearing aid user have led them to psychological conditions such as depression, anxiety, and social inhibition. The limitations of the current evidence that we have include the testing protocols that were used across the studies were different and heterogeneous. Secondly, there's no standardized emotion database which could be used for comparison. And lastly, there's limited data available on the long-term outcomes of this data. With that, I would like to conclude that while AI-powered hearing aids show substantial potential in enhancing emotion perception, their performance in noisy environments prove a significant challenge. With that being resolved, AI hearing aids can transform the entire space for hearing rehabilitation and provide world-class services to everyone. Some directions for future research include multimodal emotion recognition, as well as validation studies that are conducted in the real world. As a footnote, I would like to mention that AI must evolve not merely technologically, but also ethically by embracing human values to truly serve society. And this raises a question, how can this be done? How can we maintain ethical standards while progressing technologically in terms of AI? This can be done by integrating machine learning with ethical principles and emotional intelligence as a crucial part for the effective development of AI technologies. This balance will ensure that AI applications, particularly in sensitive fields such as emotion recognition, respect and enhance the human experience rather than detract from it. With that, I would take this platform to deeply acknowledge and deeply grateful for all the efforts of the following people. Firstly, Dr. M. Pushpavati, the director of my institute, for providing me the opportunity to attend such a prestigious conference. Ms. Nirupama Naik, assistant professor at the Department of Audiology at AISH. She is the guide and she has given me invaluable inputs in this regard. Ms. Kalai Selvi T, junior technical officer at AISH, for all her continual support and assistance. And finally, I would like to extend my gratitude to all the wonderful staff at CBS Systems for their constant support, guidance, and encouragement. That was the end of my presentation. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much for your insightful and engaging presentation today, Vidya. You really did a fantastic job. And attendees, do you have any questions? If you have any questions, you can raise your hand.
Yeah, ma'am. Sorry, Budhi.
Yeah.
They have mentioned about your research paper reviews. They had followed from Scopus and PubMed. And which novel paper you are using mostly for your research works?
I'm sorry, can you be a bit louder?
Which journal paper you are most using in your research work? Because you will depend on some of the basement for that basement, which journal paper you have selected?
So we mostly look at journals which are accredited internationally as well as nationally. So one of the main journals which are followed at AISH is something called JAISH, or the Journal of AISH, which is published on a bi-monthly basis. Apart from that, we also look at international journals such as the Egyptian Journal for Otolaryngology, the International Journal of Otolaryngology, and other national journals as well. There are publications by Usha, the Indian Speech and Hearing Association, as well as ASHA publications are very frequently reviewed, which is the American Speech and Hearing Association. So these are all the gold standard references for all of our papers, sir.
Okay, all your work is good, but the reference, if you are included in your presentation list, it will make your work more elite. It's my suggestion. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, great. Thank you, Vidya. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
So let's move on to the next presenter, Mr. Vikash from Vellore Institute of Technology. Vikash?
Yes, sir. I'm
you
audible.
can start your presentation. Yeah.
So let me quickly present my screen. I hope my screen is visible. So I'm Vikas Vijayan. So a final year BTech student from Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. So I'm here to present my work on NLP-based sentiment analysis for customer experience. So in this very prestigious conference. So today in digital era, the customers are posting their opinions are in the form of reviews in their social medias. So business are in turn are piled up with more unstructured data. So my project in this NLP has bridges a gap between them. So this NLP has helped the project to create a transferable insights and guiding improvements and enhancing the customer satisfactions and making a data-driven decisions. So let me get straight into the project. So what is customer sentiment analysis? So customers post their reviews in their social medias or in the many sites where where my project turns into an mission readable text. So yes. Yeah. So my metrics is to transform this reviews into three metrics, which is positive, negative, and neutral reviews. So where by pinpointing their guiding strategies and enhancing the customer experience and interaction and overall satisfactions. So my project has objectives, which is collecting the data. So in this project, I have used airlines reviews, which is called as Skytrax. So I've taken up to 5 airlines to cover my project. So one is to collect data from the website using web scraping techniques as Beautiful Soup using the header tags, and pre-processing the data like limitations and POs tagging and tokenizations. And then I'll be providing those insights in the form of dashboard visualizations. And so my project has two runnable methods, which is locally running the projects and cloud automations. So in this cloud automations, we'll be using AWS and Google Looker Studio in order to present my dashboards. So these are the how the data flows. So from the web scraping, the data moves to the sentiment analyzer. So as a sentiment analyst, I use Veda technology. So this Veda sentiment analyzer is trained by the tweeted tweets. So major plus point in my project is whenever we run the project, these Veda package gets updated every time we run the project, so that new words can be added and it can be tagged along. So once the sentiment analysis is done, so these insights are moved to the data warehouse, and from the data warehouse, we'll be providing to the data visualizations. So in bottom view, as I said, there'll be two method of running my project, which is one is locally running and one is cloud automation. For locally running, I used Power BI to locally visualize my data. So as the Power BI flow says, from the data stored in the MySQL, it will be transformed into an airlines rating. So airlines rating is turned out into a report. So which will be I'll be showing in the last. And so the models I'll be used is web scraping method. One is NLP method, and it's data management and AWS management. So in this AWS, I've used E2C to run my scripts, and CloudWatch to trigger the scripts to automate the running. And I have used RDS, and in this RDS, I used MySQL as my database engine, and lastly connecting it all to the Google Looker Studio. So next is the protocols I use is HTTP protocol to web scrape my method. So regex is to tag the reviews, and AWS execution protocols. So I'll be moving to the cloud automation, where first the scheduling layer comes. Then from scheduling layer, I'll be moving to the processing layer. From processing layer to storage layer. So storage layer to visualization layer. So this flows is like from the CloudWatch, it triggers the scripts in EC2, which is Elastic Cloud Compute, and the Elastic Cloud Compute run those scripts, which has NLPs and Veda sentiment analysis and POs tagging. Everything is done in this EC2 layer, and these insights are moved into the RDS, and RDS is to the Google Looker Studio. So the results will be like we'll be getting the comprehensive reviews of every reviews posted in their websites, which will be turned into an interactable dashboards. So this is a dashboard I made for Power BI. So which has as you can see, these are the scorecards which gives their average rating. So earlier I said I will be using 3 metrics on this, which is positive, negative, and neutral. So positive I give giving a rating of 5, and for neutral I'm giving the rating of 3, and for negative I'm giving a rating of 2 or 1. So in this by this methods, those average reviews have been calculated and been mentioned in the scorecards, and we can see in this the map. So this map shows us how many reviews are posted continental wise or the country wise, how many reviews have been posted. So these are the pie charts and donut charts and the waterfall graphs, which shows how many reviews are posted yearly wise in the airlines I've taken. So I've taken like Air India, and I've taken British Airways, I've taken Qatar Airways, I've taken Emirates. So I've taken almost of 5 reviews, which so this project only doesn't require to take any airline reviews. We can take any hotel reviews. We can increase the metrics up to, say, since I'm using only 3 metrics, this project can be scalable up to any types of metrics and give the scalings out of 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 regarding this ML model being used. So this is the final output of my cloud automation report from the Google Looker Studio. So this same insights have been used in this project. So I think I've covered everything. So thank you so much.
Vikash, I really appreciate how well you explained. Your thorough research and clear delivery made it so easy to understand. And any questions, people?
Hello, Vikas. It's audible to you.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Can you explain something about the Power BI flow?
Power BI?
Power BI flow, workflow.
Workflow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this Power BI flow is consists of first I set up two models of running. So one is locally running the projects. So where I'll be storing my scripts in the VS Code. So once the VS Code is runs those scripts, it will be pushing out the data into the MySQL. So from the MySQL, you'll be accessing the Power BI, sir. So this is how the data flow is to the Power BI. So yeah, sir. I think that's how a Power BI works. From this Power BI,
about how you are feeding the data, how you get the data, and how you feed the data from that, how you generate the report. That only I'm asking.
Okay, sir. So from this scripts, we'll be getting a table format, sir. So since I'm using 5 RLNs, I'll be getting 5 tables. So the table consists of reviews, their taggings, which is positive, negative, and neutral, and their rating, and the countries have been posted. So there'll be up to 5 tables I've been taking, sir. So these all 5 tables have been concluded into one table schema. So from this table schema, so I'll be visually presenting the data by tagging those everything, sir. So the reviews have been is been positive or negative. So I'll be concluding this average reviews and posting it as a scorecards. Yes.
And another one thing is that why you haven't used table instead of table? Why you are using Power BI? May I know the reason?
Instead of Tableau, sir.
Table. Table is also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So in since Tableau is a paid version, sir. In order to I've been using Tableau. I also have experience in Tableau and Power BI. So Tableau has been as a paid version, sir. So this all things have been done in free trial versions of Power BI, sir. So everything I have done and posted is everything is done in free trial. So that's why I used Power BI in this.
All the best. You have done a good job. Furthermore, if you are including some reputed journals in your work, it will be good. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you so much.
Any other questions?
Hello, hi Vikas.
Yes, sir.
Since you spoke about the NLP, natural language processing models,
Yes, sir.
there are already existing NLPs that are even up to the mark. Even Google and a lot of other big MNCs were using the same model. Let me finish. So, what differs your model from the existing model? That's my question. Simply.
Yes, sir. So I'll be explaining very simply, sir. So what is that? I'm using Veda sentiment analysis as an NLP technique, sir. So why I'm using Veda and sentiment analysis is it is trained by tweets. So in a day we'll get millions of tweets of many commenting as positive, negative, and neutral. Since it is a most reviewed site as Twitter, so this model is trained by tweets. So we'll get more accurate data than other sentimental model. So that's why I'm using this Veda sentiment analysis as my NLP technique, sir.
Okay, understood. Then
we can also use naive-based technique. So if we use naive-based technique, we have to manually input the data and name it as good, neutral, or bad. So since it's a very tedious task, so I have used a pre-trained model which is called as Veda sentiment analysis, sir.
Okay, have you done any usability regarding this thing? Or only you have done heat maps and all those things, that kind of assumption or within your people or among you?
Yes, sir. Till now, my project stays in-house, sir. So I have not expanded my project. So my last stage of step is to data visualization as a dashboard, sir. Interactable dashboard. This is all interactable dashboard, sir.
Okay, it looks interesting, but try to have real-time ratings and feedbacks so that will make the project better. Congrats.
This is all real-time data, sir. This is all real-time data taken from a website called as Skytrax.
Okay.
This is all real-time data, sir.
Okay. I am trying to say that try to do some surveys and take all those things. Because
Okay, sir.
Since you are talking about emotional kind of model into this, you need to take real-time surveys or kind of interviews kind of thing. That will be much helpful for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you so much. You can turn off your camera. So let's move on to the next participant, Ms. Pavitra from Sedu Institute of Technology. Share your screen.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. Now I am sharing. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Pavitra from Sage Institute of Technology. Now I am going to present my project. Title is a phase liveness recognition app using Flutter and Python OpenCV. Now I am giving a quick intro of my project. Face recognition is used in many applications for login authentication, right? But so many spoofing attacks are happened, like using a printed photo and trick the system. So liveness detection is added to check if the face is real and moving. This make a biometric authentication is more secure. The main abstract of my project is the project focused to detect the face liveness during the face login process, whether check if face is real or fake. My project combines the Flutter and OpenCV. For Flutter, I'm using a mobile UI and detecting a real-time face movements by using the face liveness detection packages. Then I'm using a Python OpenCV for API creation. This app mainly prevent spoofing up attacks from the photos and videos during the login process. It's really useful in a user login process and secure access. This is my intro. In my project module, contain the Flutter app and backend server and liveness detection module. In Flutter app, it captured the live video from the mobile camera and analyze the video frames. It checked the faces is real or not, and if the face liveness paused or failed status showed in the screen. I'm using backend for 3 APIs. The liveness status paused to the login process. If the user it's belong to the registered user means it is allowed to the login, otherwise it's not allowed. These are my implementation. This is my some screenshots of my app working. This is a first screen, register and login and user. Register, we can get the username and user ID. Register and upload the photo or camera using that image upload. Then during that login, we can capture the mobile app video frames and shows that if the image is real or faked. So if liveness paused means face matched successfully and successfully login will be shows. These are the registered user. Almost 99% accuracy are done by this my app. Then I'm coming to my closure. Our app adds an extra layer of security by checking if a face is real during the login. Using a Flutter and Python OpenCV, we were able to make a real-time and user-friendly liveness detection app. It can be used in banking apps, even smart surveillance systems. These are the references, some of the key research papers and technologies we referred to while developing our project. Thank you.
Thank you, Pavitra. You did a wonderful job today, and I'm looking forward to hearing more from you in the future. Any questions, people?
Ma'am, or is it? Hello,
Yes, sir.
ma'am, can you list out some of the applications of your app you have developed? What are the platforms you can use these applications?
Sorry.
Have developed this feature, no? This feature,
Yes.
having its application, which are all the fields that only I'm asking.
Yes, sir. So many organizations are allowed to the work from home, right? So all are login through the Jogo people like. So I'm inspired from that app.
Okay, thank you, Pavitra. Thank you so much. So let's move on to the next participant, Mr. Dinesh Kumar from Sedu Institute of Technology.